Welcome back to the broadcast. Well, it's not very often we get a visit from a celebrity mixologist, but in our Friday tradition, we're having him stir up a cocktail for us. Please.
That's right. Please welcome Josh Curtis, fresh off the plane from California. Hey, it's nice to have you.
Josh, what is a celebrity mixologist? It means that you're like, people are asking for your autograph and they want you to come and do their drinks for them. And
well, that's a really good question.
you're a big deal.
I'm just a bartender, really. But I do make mean drinks. I make good drinks.
Yes. And
simple drinks.
You've pretty much made a name for yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Doing this, too.
Thank you.
So you're going to talk about the origins of a cocktail and why it's called that. And you brought this article from 1806.
Wonderful.
And it's hilarious,
Yeah.
actually.
Ways back.
Yeah.
1806.
Yeah, you did your research, Josh.
Yeah, I did a little research.
So
It looks like a reader called in or wrote in to The Balance, this New York paper, and said, what is this new thing called a cocktail? And, you know, they never heard of it. So back
And
then,
he goes on, and he's like, I've heard of a forum, a phlegm cutter, a fog driver, of wetting the whistle, moistening the clay. I mean, all these things back in 1806 I've never heard of now.
you can imagine what they were thinking,
Right.
Right.
What were they thinking?
they were
What is
thinking
a
they wanted a
cocktail?
stiff drink, was what they were thinking.
Of course
they
they
wanted
did.
bitters, sugar, spirit, and their fruit was really expensive, so they wouldn't really have fruit in a drink. you
And
know?
there wasn't any ice.
There was no ice,
Right.
so I made some here for you that have no ice.
Okay.
So we're going to
tell
drink
us
it like the
what's
You
real...
want to
in-
taste this one?
Yes, what is in this that I'm tasting?
Well, this is a rye whiskey. They probably,
Whew.
or they definitely used rye back in the day. That was the spirit of choice with older bitters, aromatic bitters. It's a little, it's a
Seriously,
little,
I feel
it's
like
a little
fire
strong.
just came out of my mouth.
And
Did you just grow hair on your chin?
I think so.
And then later, in the
Wow.
later 1800s, they had bourbon made from corn. They
Okay.
could do that in production. And this
Ooh,
is a more
that's just
traditional
like- that
Angostura
just-
bitters.
Burns down your throat in such a good, horrible, awful, wonderful way.
Do you want me to make one live here?
Yes,
while
I
we're-
do. Yes,
Okay.
mix
Yeah.
one up.
Okay, so the deal is it's a sugar cube, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You take some Ango, we call Ango, Angostura. A few dashes.
What is the difference between the Angostura bitters and the bitters that you used with the rye?
That's a great question. It's pretty much an infusion of all kinds of cloves, allspice, cinnamon, that type of thing. And then as you get more complex in these giant variety of bitters they have now, they have all kinds of other stuff. They have, you know, smoked banana peel bitters, they have orange bitters,
Right.
grapefruit
Everything's
bitters,
got a different
Right.
everything. Put a little club soda in there, just a little, not very much. I put a little bit too
yeah.
much, actually.
Really?
Don't you
that's
love
not
these
much at all.
sodas, though? This
Fever
brand of
Tree, yeah,
sodas?
they're really nice.
I love them.
They're not too inexpensive, but that's cool.
Yeah. So you're gonna scrunch up the sugar.
mash the
Make a little paste, really, you know.
Okay.
You can, the 1948 Art of Mixing Drinks by David Embury, he actually calls for simple syrup, so it's already made, which is sugar water.
Okay.
So
But I feel like in 1806 they would have done it this way.
I feel like so
yeah.
too.
And I
Right.
think that's what we should stick to.
Well, why do you have to have the sugar?
You don't have to have the sugar,
Okay.
but it does kind of mellow out the booze, and that's the whole point, is that you're mellowing out this strong
Yeah, I'm
elixir
still feeling
that
this
you're-
going down my chest right
See?
here.
Yeah, exactly. You're trying
It's
to
very
pour
warm.
that in there. So this time I'm going to use 1.5 ounces. Most old fashions would be 2 ounces. That's what we're pouring now, but I'm going to use 1.5 ounces.
Okay,
Just because,
cutting back a little bit.
Yeah, we don't really get people too.
Too tipsy?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I gotcha.
Now, there's the drink, right? I'm going to stir it up a little bit. It's very simple, really. It's just sugar, bitters,
Right.
spirit, tiny bit of water. And that's the drink that I just made for you.
Okay.
But
I
now I'm
like it
stirring up a
actually,
little
and
bit.
I don't drink
Can you-
cocktails much.
Can you tell us about your book?
Oh, I have a
wrote a
book
book,
I've written
yes.
called Somewhere It's 5 O'Clock. My mentor, a
title.
famous graphic designer in Los Angeles, Rod Dyer, has titled it and photographed it.
I'll switch up.
Okay. Right.
Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do.
Wow.
That's okay.
But that's fine.
Oh yeah, you can make
Now
it.
It's going to be
okay.
really good. Look at that giant ice cube in there.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I've seen the molds for these ice
Yeah.
cubes.
Cool,
are
isn't it?
Very, very cool. Yeah.
That made quite a splash.
Does
That's
it
all right.
bother
Hopefully
you
the
though?
book will make a big splash.
Does it bother you when you see like all these crazy mixes with cocktails? Because I feel like you would be more supportive of just like the old way of doing things.
Well, I started out the same way. I wanted to do all kinds of crazy stuff, and this is a little zest of orange.
Sometimes about going back to the basics.
Yeah, going back to the basics.
That's,
More simple
that's
is
the trend
better.
with everything now, with food,
Oh,
with,
wow.
with drinks. It's a lot.
Wow.
Okay, taste that
It's
now.
a lot. I'm
think
still
I-
feeling the burning in my pipe.
Now, I think I prefer the taste of the rye.
You do.
I think so, yeah.
you want to try the rye with
I
the
like the
Definitely a different.
I like it colder.
Good, isn't
Definitely
it?
a different taste.
Lisa, would you like to have a little
You wanna-
taste
Yes,
of that? That's
I'd like
good.
I'd like a little taste of of this phlegm cutter.
That's so funny, the names that they came up with,
I-
right?
Do you want to put a little ice over this other
What
one?
the heck?
See if
I'd
I
like
can
a little
splash
spur
it.
in the head or
A fog driver, wetting
quenching a
up the
spark in my
whistle,
throat.
There we go.
moistening the clay,
There
spur
we
of the
go.
head,
Woo,
quenching
the
a spark
ice-
in the throat.
the ice makes it better.
I just call it a burn down the pipe.
Oh, it's so good. so good.
How much does that cost?
You original. burn down the pipe.
She almost set the entire studio on fire yesterday. So
Yesterday.
that's
Wow.
she's really into
Actually,
fire.
yes, I did.
You do need a drink after work.
Tell
Okay,
us
now-
about your event today. You've got an event.
Oh, the event. Cucina Neighborhood Italian.
Yes.
I'm going to be mixing up old fashioned as much as we are here. And we're doing a pizza special. It's a gourmet pizza.
Yum.
And what's the price on that? $15 for both, for the whole thing.
For the drinks and the pizza?
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
It's a great deal.
I love the idea of
Taste that
Yes.
one.
Oh, we're good.
That's
cocktails
with
the
ice
way
with
they
the
were
rye.
supposed to be made because
rye.
really you only need one of them. You sip on it and it's delicious. I would
Yes.
like someone to make me one at 5 o'clock every day when I get home from work and bring me
Yes.
my
I'll be there
slippers and
for
my
you.
All
pipe.
you
I
need
can
is
do
just a
that.
little tiny. You don't need much. You just need a little.
Just a little.
Just
Yep.
a little to burn the pipe.
Oh, that's
Yep.
so good.
Isn't that good?
Okay, you can get the drink recipes made today by visiting thebroadcasttv.com, and you can see Josh in action by dropping by Cucina Neighborhood Italian. He'll be there this afternoon, as we said, until 2. And for $15, you can get a handmade pizza and an old fashioned.
delicious.
Yes,
Perfect
and get
Friday
his
meal.
book too. And just anywhere books are sold.
Well, at Mixing Cocktails on Twitter and Instagram, and it'll be all the updates you can imagine.
Cocktails. You gotta find that.
Fantastic. Okay, back with more broadcast right after this.